I'm Vinyl Burns. This is my completely ill-informed review of the Koowheel Generation 2 electric skateboard. Oh, good afternoon, lovers of me, Vinyl Burns here, Hot Rants. Initially, I became interested through something I'm calling the Fun Police. You could probably find a link at the end of this video. In my exploration of that research, I stumbled upon this subculture of transportational futurism, and I am now in the possession of this, the Koowheel Generation 2 electric skateboard. And you shall receive. It's a battery-powered, self-fulfilling prophecy of transportational tomorrowness. It's a really great vehicle. It's really fun. Here's the deal. It's a skateboard. It's what they call a longboard, largely because of the length of it. You can get a shorter one, which is still technically a longboard. You can get even shorter still into the standard. I don't think they call it a shortboard. It's just a board. They call it a skateboard. Beyond a certain length, duration of distance, it's termed a longboard. Does not have to be electrochemical, but this one is. The kids are all doing it. And look, on the back here, what you got here is you got a giant big old battery right there. This is a battery. You plug it in, you recharge it. It's advertised 18 to 25 kilometers worth of a run time, but that's for a very, very tiny person who hasn't really had a lot to eat recently and maybe a tailwind. So, you know, you take these things into consideration, but me, myself, I eat pretty good. And it is windy, but I went both ways, so it evened out. You know what I mean? Give or take. Like, there's no consistency there. It's nature. Can't really argue with that. But I'll try. So I tend to be getting around 15 kilometers out of this baby. Ride my local South Wairarapa, Deep Mountain Borough City Horse Farm neighborhood down to the local square, based incidentally on the Union Jack in Martinborough. Look it up. There's a ball around there. The terrain is, I would say, medium. Some terrain can be super smooth, some can be super chunky. And the chunkier the terrain, the more that's going to cut into your mileage, because it takes more power to cut through. Viscous and less. No, viscous is the wrong word. That's a different kind of a video. Yeah, this will kind of do the sort of the 15 kilometer range, no problem. Now, speed, frankly, it's got two speeds. It's got a secret speed that I ain't gonna get to tell you about. The manufacturer has not made it abundantly clear in the documentation how exactly to obtain the secret top speed mode. Then I don't feel it's my place to go jumping into the foray there. The foray, the fire. If you need to know, you can find it. It's out there, but I ain't gonna blow the... I'm not going to tell you. Up to 35, 40 kilometers an hour is the top secret speed. Standard normal speed mode, 22, 23, up to 25, 6. I live in New Zealand now, so I'm talking kilometers. If you're somewhere else, then you can just go jump onto Google, convert that over. I ain't going to do that because the machine's up in the office. I ain't going to do that. The Koowheel Generation 2 sports what we call hub motors. The motor is inside the hub, inside the wheel here. Original electric skateboard days, it would be what they call a belt drive. So you would have the motor would be here where my finger is. It would be a belt, like a bicycle chain, but made of rubber and not as long. The spatial where we are. That would turn the wheel. Now the engine is all inside here. You pour the diesel in here or in here. I'm just kidding. It's electric. Slippery Joe. Unbelievably powerful. Less torque than on a belt motor, but this does just fine. It's pretty great, man. Now look, I'm a brand new rider. I skateboard a lot when I was a kid. Haven't done it for a long time. Put on the helmet, of course, helmet, gloves, pads, the whole deal, because you don't want to mess with that business. You're straight in, loving it, man. About a week and a half, probably has to go back soon. Look, I recommend it. There's a lot of boards out there. They vary in price a lot. You got your boosted board into the spectrum, thousands, or a couple of $100 will get you going. Get what you pay for, to pay the price for. If you have a lot of ride time, you get a lot of distance. If not a lot of money to spend, get to move around a little bit on the board, and maybe it won't catch fire. Battery is completely, you can just pop this pin out, pop the pin out, pop it out, and the whole battery sucker will just slide right out. And if you've got a second battery, just slide it right back in, double your distance. Up the front here, look at that, 97 mil wheels, or 97 centimeters? No, that would be a meter. 97 mil, big chunky, look at the meat on that. Look at the meat on that! That's a lot of rubber. Urethane. It's a chemical compound designed to behave similarly to rubber, but it's designed for the skateboarding market to be durable and go the distance on the harsh roads of reality. So this is the Koowheel electric skateboard.
Yeah.
I will tell you, the power acceleration is smooth as butter. I haven't ridden a lot of these. I've only ridden this one. Brand new to the electric skateboard market. Jumped right on, gently pulled the trigger. My thumb is sort of a trigger. Squeezed the power, I was on my way. Real smooth, real safe. High speed mode, a little scarier. There's a lot of power there. It'll throw you right off. But as long as you're careful, man, be aware of your surroundings, like when you're in the elevator. Don't be breathing on anybody. Don't be going too fast. Look where you're going, and don't run into a bus. Yeah, don't do that. Now the board itself is a nice board, not a lot of flex to it, pretty much a solid straight board. I ain't gonna flex it because it's not designed for that. I don't know if you can make this out. The curve is nice and got a bit of a W shape to it. It comes up at the sides there, but there's also a little rise, a little spine down the middle there. Your feet nestled in real good. Feels nice. You can stand on it as if you were standing on the road, except you're going 25 kilometers an hour or 35 kilometers an hour. Or if you're doing it on a bus, 75 kilometers an hour. Unless the bus is going the other way, and it's, I don't know what that would be. I would need a calculator for that. Like I say, I'm brand new to this. This is just my opinion. This is me. This is just a regular gentleman, a regular, amazing, good-looking gentleman, just like you, except the lady. And if you're a lady watching, you're not quite like. You're not a gentleman. The future is confusing. But if you do want to find out more about it from some specialists, some super experienced riders, a bunch of great videos out there on the YouTube machine. I'll probably link one in my notes or something. I like Press Reset. That Preston dude, he just, like, he knows his business, and man, he just does a nice job. There's no front, no machismo. Just a regular nice dude living his life and telling you about what he digs. And that's all there is to it, man. Just like me, really. But he's in Brooklyn. So shout out to you, Preston. Ouch, I got a pen in my pocket. Okay, so the Spinal Birds here. This is the Koowheel Gen 2 electric skateboard. It's a bit confusing, I'll be honest with you. Look, there's a bunch of different models, and it is confusing. They came out with the first one, I thought the Genesis, they called it, and by all accounts, pretty sketchy. Connectivity issues with the remote. Ooh, the remote, I didn't... So yeah, this is your remote. I tied a little lanyard to it so it don't fall off my hand. But you push this button, you got your 3 clicks to turn it on. There it is. 3 clicks to turn it off again. And this is a trigger. You just get a little push for speed, pull it back to brake. There's no reverse, except you flip that switch. Now everything is reversed. Forward to reverse, back to brake. Put it back in forwards mode, and we're good to go. Got a nice little rubber loop so it sits in the palm of the hand real comfy. You don't think that it's gonna be super easy to use, but it is. It just is. It sits real nice. It's not like it's custom fitted to the hand or anything, but it just works. Done a real nice job. It's a kind of just a slightly rubber feel to it, so it doesn't feel too slippery, but it ain't sticking to nothing. That lanyard, I kind of like it, but it sort of gets in the way with the guards, the wrist guards. But generally, I like it. Like I say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm brand new to this business, but it works for me. It'll work for you. Not a guarantee. Vinyl Burns is not legally authorized to say anything official about this. I'm just a dude. Oh, this is helpful, you know. I'm just telling you what I think about this as a first experience, as a brand new, exciting human being using this tool to get around. And it's good times, and I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm doing this now because if I did that on the board, I would kill myself. I'm going to do something else similar to this. It's not for now. I'll tell you later. Okay, Spinal Burns. Ciao, ciao.